Hi.
Sorry.
Today's video, I do have a Costco haul, but before that, I want to talk to you guys about Jessica over at Three Rivers Homestead January Pantry Challenge. If you're not familiar with Jessica over at Three Rivers Homestead, I'll link her channel down below. But every year she does these amazing challenges where she basically challenges those of us who have grown food, bought in bulk, preserved, all that great stuff, to actually use those items. She does allow you to make up your own rules because everybody's homestead is different, everybody's household is different, even if you're not on a homestead. So while some of us don't have dairy animals, some people do. While some of us don't have livestock growing all the time, or maybe you may not have you tired?
Yeah.
Or maybe you may not have the space to store a bulk amount of frozen meat or something like that. So she lets you kind of make up your own rules. Are we going to do Jessica's challenge this year? The answer is yes. We are going to do Jessica's challenge, but we're going to tweak it just a tiny bit. Because while we have stocked up, in my opinion, very well to complete this challenge, we do have this Costco haul that I had already had a list for, and I already had some of the items in my cart and ordered and things like that. And we have an Azure standard order coming that I will put a haul up. Basically, we planned 2 months ago and budgeted 2 months ago to make a big Azure order the first of the year. So in our minds, that was already bought and paid for months ago. Other than that, even though it does look like we bought a lot of stuff this month, we're not buying anything, and we're going to be eating out of our pantry. And if you remember my last Azure haul, I'll let you guys know that a lot of the things that we were going to be getting in January, we're just going to supplement some bulk purchases. It's not like a bunch of, you know, convenience foods or anything like that. Surprisingly, quite a bit of things that I had in my Azure cart, I found them for comparable or cheaper prices at Costco without sacrificing the organic quality. Is it as great of a quality as Azure? I'm not sure. But I did try to stick to organic for organic, or if it was inorganic, was I comfortable with that and things like that. And for the most part, I think there's only like maybe 2 or 3 items that aren't certified organic in this haul. So anyway, we're gonna get started with the haul, y'all. I'm gonna get y'all set up and we'll get started. Okay, y'all, this is our Costco haul for, I don't know, we haven't done Costco in a while. So these are the things we picked up. These are Keith's guilty pleasure here. But for the most part, this is all we got at Costco. So not a huge haul by any means of the imagination, but it's huge for us, our little small family. So I'm gonna set the camera down and pick everything up one by one and show y'all what we got. Okay, so the first thing we got from Costco, I was going to say Azure stand.
Camera stand.
I'm using it as part of my camera stand right now. Stop laughing, stop shaking.
I can't help it. It's funny.
I got this Pecorino Romano. It is a sheep's milk cheese. It was a great price. It was $8.99 a pound. So this is 1.5 pounds for about $14. You guys are also sitting on 3 cases of Dr. Pepper. Keith's guilty pleasure. That's his drink of choice, and that's what we got. Now, when we buy in bulk from Azure, we like to buy sugar, rice, flour, all those staples. However, when we were in Costco, we saw that Costco had their Kirkland Signature brand organic cane sugar in the 10-pound bags. So it looks like this. And it's organic, it's certified organic, USDA organic, unrefined, vegan friendly, if that floats your boat. And it is a fine granule. One thing I noticed about the sugar we had to get from Sam's when Azure was out of the organic cane sugar was that the granules were a bit coarser. So the only thing in this is organic cane sugar. We like using this in place of the standard white refined sugar. So we got 5 of these 10-pound bags. They were like $10. Sorry, $7.99. $7.99 for a 10-pound bag. So we got 5 of them, and it ended up being like $41 for 50 pounds of organic cane sugar. And if I'm not mistaken, the Azure 50-pound bag of organic cane sugar is like $57. So we saved $17 by going ahead and picking it up at Costco.
We'd probably save more than that with the shipping included. Huh?
Right. The reason I'm telling you guys that is because while I love Azure Standard, I always have them linked down below. And if you want to check them out, please click the link down below. It helps me out a lot with my Azure orders.
Yep.
But I'm not knocking the fact that you can get some things, not a lot of things, not when you compare apples to apples as far as organic to organic, but some things, depending on your market where you live, you may be able to find them cheaper at a Costco or what have you. You just have to look around. So yeah, we picked up something that's a guilty pleasure of mine, which is hot sauce. I did not grow any hot peppers. I didn't grow any peppers last year, actually, because I didn't plant my garden until the middle of summer. And that's really hot here. It's like over 100 degrees. So I picked up 2 different types of hot sauce. I picked up this Cholula hot sauce. It is imported from Mexico. I think it's delicious. And I also picked up some Crystal. And the Crystal was like $2.50 for 3 of these 12-ounce bottles. I should have gotten way more than that because I go through hot sauce really fast. So yeah, I picked that up. Next, I picked up this 100% pure avocado oil. If you're wondering, the avocado oil from Chosen Foods that's available at Costco, it has been tested and it is 100% avocado oil. It hasn't been cut with anything else. So, yeah, we picked this up. We use this pretty much to make mayo. I don't really cook with avocado oil. I like to cook with lard and tallow and butter. But for mayo, I do use avocado oil, and I don't like wasting, in my opinion, my good olive oil on mayo.
Bacon grease.
I use bacon grease. Something else we picked up was the avocado oil spray, also from Chosen Foods. I was gonna pick this up at Azure, but it actually sold out of my cart, and these are actually a bigger size. The one on Azure were 4.7 ounces, and these are 13.5 ounce cans. Also picked up some parsley flakes. Now these don't say organic, they do say certified non-GMO. I picked this up also because it was sold out on Azure. And then I also picked up a small thing of smoked paprika. I probably will still pick up more from Azure, honestly, because we go through a lot of paprika. So yeah, picked that up. Next, I picked up 2 blocks of this Parmigiano Reggiano from Parma, Italy. This is aged for 24 months. It's authentic Parmesan cheese. I do get Parmesan cheese from Azure, but I wanted some blocks for fresh grating. And it lasts like a really long time. It's an extremely hard cheese. No need to freeze it or anything like that. I can stick these right in my fridge as long as I don't open them. They're already an aged cheese. They're not gonna go bad. But Costco has a really good price. They're $12.50 a pound, and I want to say anywhere else it's like $19.99 a pound at least, and you're not getting a big block like this. So yeah, I picked up 2 of those. They were about $17 each because they're like about £1.50 each block. So I picked that up. Next thing I picked up was some frozen fruit. We have 1 blackberry vine, if it's still living, and we have our blueberry bushes that we just planted and our strawberry plants that we also just planted. However, I'm really getting back into my smoothies, specifically smoothies made with my homemade yogurt and my homemade kefir, and I love berry smoothies. That's my smoothie of choice. So I did get some organic frozen strawberries. These are them. They are 4 pounds of organic frozen strawberries. I got 2 bags. They were $10.99 a bag. So They end up, so 8 pounds of organic frozen strawberries from Costco ended up being about $3 cheaper than one 5-pound box of organic strawberry pieces from Azure. So I picked those up. The next thing I picked up was, these need to go in the freezer, was a 3-pound bag of organic frozen blueberries. And I'm trying to show y'all real quick because they need to go in the freezer. The last thing I picked up was this 3-berry blend. It's 4 pounds. I believe it was like $13.99 because this has the blackberries and raspberries, and they didn't have them individually. I may still pick up blackberries from Azure just so I can have them. These are not organic, and I hate that, but I would rather have them than not. So yeah, pick that up. And Keith is being my lovely assistant. We picked up some foil. We ran out over the holidays. The next thing we picked up were 2 of these bags of red kidney beans. This Camellia brand is really popular here in New Orleans. I believe they're from here. If I'm not mistaken, I think that's what Babe said. Red beans and rice is a way of life here. It's something that a lot of families do every single week on Monday. So we got 2 bags of these just because the kidney beans were threatening to be sold out on Azure, and these two bags of beans, plus we have one exactly like this, so this should have us set for a while. Next thing we picked up were organic, woo, can y'all see that? There we go. Organic Nature's Truth black beans. I actually love black beans. I don't cook them as often as I would like to because we don't typically have them on hand. Black beans are a really good source of fiber. They're really filling. I love putting black beans in like chilies and burrito bowls and all kind of stuff. So we got 20 pounds of these black beans. They also ended up being cheaper than Azure. I think per pound they were about $1.50 cheaper than the Azure standard. I really love Azure, so anytime I can support Azure Standard, which is a family run company with super high quality and super high morals as far as who they choose as vendors, and it not cost me more money, I will. So everything in this haul was either not available with Azure, or the price difference was cheap enough for me to go ahead and pick it up at Costco. The next thing I picked up was this Thai Kitchen organic coconut milk, 6 cans. If you remember, I picked up coconut milk in our previous Azure haul, and in this Azure haul I had planned on getting 6 cans of coconut milk and 3 cans of coconut milk and 3 cans of coconut cream. However, these 6 cans of organic coconut milk were cheaper. They ended up being cheaper. I think this box of coconut milk cost me $10.99, $9.99, and that's half the price that I would have paid. Last thing I got were 6 bags, because they come in 2-packs, so they come in 2 10-pound bags. So 6 bags, or 3 2-packs, for a total of 60 pounds. Whew, that's a mouthful. Of the Central Milling organic all-purpose flour. It's their Beehive. Hope y'all can see that. It's their Beehive unbleached malted formula. Azure actually carries their Artisan Baker's Craft version, but every other day it goes back and forth between out of stock and in stock. And I have a plethora of flours to choose from. I have my semolina, I have my whole wheat bread flour, I have my einkorn flour. However, I still gravitate towards my unbleached all-purpose flour for most things. So I needed to stock up, and I really didn't want that 50-pound bag to sell out. So I went ahead and picked up 6 of these. They ended up being way cheaper. Like, we spent $35 versus $48. $35 versus $48. That pretty much is our whole Costco haul. Our total ended up being about $317, not including the Reynolds wrap. The Reynolds wrap was $16, so that, you know, pushed us over. But as far as food items that were comparable to Azure and things like that, our total ended up being about $317. I may do the math here pretty soon, and I'll put the total, if I do the math, I'll put the total that I would have spent on the exact same items at Azure, and just show y'all what we saved by not buying Azure, but just diversifying where we get our items from. And this is just for people who, you know, maybe you're on SNAP, let's be real, and you know, you can't use SNAP benefits at Azure, but you can at Costco or Sam's or something. You know, I just wanted to share it. In other news, we got our first eggs from our chickens today, which was really exciting.
Well, we don't know if they were
We don't know if they came today, actually. I think they may have come yesterday. But it is what it is. We finished their nesting boxes, but now they're roosting on the nest. Okay, so we finished the nesting boxes. We put them in there. We put straw in there to make it nice and cozy. And they all pulled all the straw out and throw it all over the coop. So if anybody has any suggestions as to why our chickens are doing that, any suggestions as to how to get them to lay eggs in the nesting boxes and not sleep on top of them, leave a comment down below. It'd be really helpful for us first-time chicken owners. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I look so forward to the new year, you guys, and just continuing our journey to self-preparedness, homesteading, and self-sufficiency. And yeah, we're really excited. And while our goal and our dream,
one there, y'all.
oh, there's an egg.
There's our egg.
There's our egg. Our little precious baby. Yeah, we didn't wash it but they laid this one in the sand in the yard. So now we gotta watch out for eggs when we go out there. But while our desire is to eventually have space to raise our own animals and grow much more food, we're just really enjoying learning in the space that we're in now and being good stewards of the land that God has blessed us with now. So stay tuned for some gardening videos. I have become obsessed with learning everything I can to make my garden more productive this year. Actually, I have to get ready to start some seeds, so that may be the next video y'all see. So yeah, really exciting stuff. If anybody has a good recommendation on fertilizers, organic fertilizers for the garden, leave it down below. That'd be really helpful. So, anyway, guys, just gonna enjoy the rest of our Sunday, get ready for work tomorrow, and yeah, thanks so much for hanging out with us. And we really thank you guys so much. Here you go. We really thank you guys so much for deciding to subscribe and watch our videos and share our videos. And yeah,
Yep.
Happy New Year, guys.
Happy New Year, guys.
And thanks so much for hanging out with us. Until the next video.
Bye, guys.
Bye, guys.